Beautiful. All right. Well, we can start to slip into today's time. I think these Monday sessions are beautiful to keep in a flow with the activation, the intention activation process worked really well. Hey, I know Gail, you mentioned it last time, and then I remembered that was the best, beautiful space holding I feel for this Monday sessions. And so that intention of holding space with the natural patterns and models, like what we did last week in this Monday session when we worked again with the core model, I think is beautiful to start to look at more in the renatured practices, which we did the first one yesterday. It was really beautiful, taking more learning from natural matrices, from the natural patterns of life, and spending time contemplating these imageries of environments that are naturally so healthy for us to be around, and how this also can relate to our bodies through aligning, thinking about, for instance, the blood flow as the rivers of the earth, and the nervous system as the mycelial network, and so forth, So this is the renatured practices. We'll do them once a month, towards the end of the month on a Sunday, and a bit of a space holding around those sessions as well, to continue in a special group to hold space in understanding how we really align to nature, more sharing of beautiful images of nature inspired or spaces, or beautiful images of videos of natural landscapes and the sorts is also helpful to anchor ourselves into the web of our community and all the different spaces that are a part of our lives. So then these Monday sessions are lovely to have the intention activation practice, where we come together and perhaps instead of really, when always beautiful to stand in for a person, but I also feel to hold the whole earth and our world in a collective way, and an intention to see things unfold beautifully. And yes, our own individual stories play a part of that. So maybe I can open the floor if anybody would like to share how we should move forward with these Mondays in that sense, to do the personal intention activation, where we wish well on a person in the group that needs it most. That's also a deep, meaningful time. Or should we just hold a collective space, or perhaps make some room for both of these? What do you feel?
Perhaps when there is a real need for an individual, one can hold that space. But otherwise, I think a collective intention is great.
Yes. Okay.
Sort of feel it out each time. Could be whatever feels appropriate.
Yeah, you. Mm. Mm. And in a way, our individual stories play a part of it. So it's beautiful for us to sit and we think in to the things that is a need in each of our own lives at any given time. And we can reflect on how this reflects a need in the whole collective of the world. It might be an interesting thing to do as well, so that we can individually place our own selves in the story, and we feel a need to, we can share it with the group so that we can all support that specific intention. I think that's beautiful, and see that as a guiding light, because I do believe our desires are like guiding lights to what it is that we are moving into, of course, and what we're calling in, and what we are becoming. So that can aid us in that. Okay, lovely. Sorry, I say that again. It seems
sorry, my
No, you're
signal.
good.
All right. Something about the time. My wife mentioned something that she did, which they call timeline therapy, where you do therapy with people because of the point in life where they are. We have to consider that we're going through cycles, and every month of the year would have and day would have a different meaning, a different purpose, a different energy. And where we're going through now, this trance sitting or trance standing, or your trance line, but I was just showing my trader friend this today's cycle that we're going through. It's called a remove day. We're discussing removing things out of your life that are standing in the way as a good thing today, as we see the markets drop, as we see people losing money, etc., etc. So if we can make those sessions almost relevant to the timeline that we're in, that people, there's no surprises that we can expect in the future. If I told you what was going to happen, what to expect to happen in the next few days, if they don't happen, it doesn't matter. But if they do happen, you were prepared for it. We're going out to battle.
No.
Are you ready?
Oh, peaceful battle. Internal.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the battle always starts inside.
Yes, battle. But the word battle is just got too many connotations of struggle and blood, and maybe we can find a more productive word. Yeah.
Yes. That's the thing that Paul said. Adam and Eve had this fight, this battle. And at the end of the day, Eve blamed the devil, and Adam blamed his wife. And today, still, the women are always blaming the devil for what they do wrong. And the blame game is all internal, where Paul says, I struggle. I have the spirit and I've got the flesh. And when I want to do the right thing, I do the wrong thing. And I'm having this internal battle all the time. So whenever there's blame to be dished out, we have to look internally. And so the battle is inside. But there's lessons to learn with every battle. And if you learn those lessons, you come out smiling at the end, even though you come out battered. And our biggest problem today, people are dealing with bitterness because of unforgiveness. And they're getting cancer and all sorts of diseases because of that, because they're internalizing all their grief and anger and sorrow. So why I'm enjoying these sessions with America is that in those sessions, I'm releasing everything. And breathing is, I'm breathing in God or the Spirit, and I'm exhaling myself. And I need to keep doing that in big chunks for the rest of my life. Otherwise, I'm just going to be unbalanced. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's a process of alignment, and it's just good for me personally. I enjoy having tools and using it regularly, and community means we're co-regulating into making it a part of our culture to move through these challenges triumphantly, even through all of the learnings. Raksha, welcome. Glad you joined. It's just helping Raksha in also through the group. No, all good. So we were just talking about how to proceed with these sessions and coming together with group intention activation for the world, but also recognizing our own personal stories and our own personal battles, as we may call them, or growth spurts, breaking through the barriers of the limitations. I think is for me the maybe a different lens, as Nikki was calling for, than saying battle.
Yeah, maybe challenges.
Challenges
is something, and that's not negative or positive. Yeah. It's just something that needs to be come to terms with. Yeah.
Yes. So what comes to my mind is, in this practice here with this learning, it's a lot about learning our biospiritual anatomy. The practices that we do is coming into real experiential terms with the chakras and the different parts of the body and how it relates to the different dimensions of being, and how we can draw in a lighter, higher way of being into the lower realities of our life. Hi, Timby, welcome.
For sure.
So,
and then how to express that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then that is the battle or the challenge, and is breaking through those barriers to come into an ever greater and greater and greater understanding and activation of our lives, so that we may walk from the truth of our wholeness, and not from the limitations of our ancestors and how things are. We can actually call in fresh, vital energy. So yeah, it's an honor to be here and to have the space together, because we're all bringing different pieces of the puzzle, different bodies resonant with our unique challenges. And as the way co-regulation with others happens, you meet somebody else. It happens silently as we spend time with somebody else you don't even know, but they've gone through the same challenges you're currently dealing with, and they've come through triumphantly. And just being in their energy space, and even here on Zoom, being in distances apart, we're still coming into the same circle. So we get that opportunity of being in coherence together, and then letting one another's different coherence abilities influence us. So it really is an honor and a privilege to have these times together.
Thank you.
I think let's go into a period of some practice, and then we can take a bit of time at the end as well to share and share our experiences. I can also encourage one another to and have a chance to just inquire if anything feels unclear, or if your experience is something you feel to share, that we can all learn together. I appreciate your feedback in holding the space. It's really just my intention to allow the practice that I've put in this way to allow me to just hold space for a guidance that can integrate these 5 principles that I've seen all together, bring a beautiful, coherent healing trajectory with vocalization. So it actually becomes a really useful thing to add to just singing songs, and you can imbue words that you speak to others, or your own, or singing to yourself, with these energetic alignments, and so supercharge your own healing, your own alignment, come into grow your own tools in that way. So just a quick reminder of what these 5 principles are, and what I draw on when I guide the practice. That's the first principle, is to relax, because we have to get out of flight or fight mode if we're going to heal or make a real impact in this world, really. Or positive impact, shall we say. So that's the first principle. The second is to balance and align. It's a very practical balancing, feeling a left and a right. Doesn't have to be that you're sitting exactly centered and balanced, but internally you're feeling a sense that your lungs are filling up equally, your nostrils are breathing equally, you're holding a kind of coherent center. And that can be also embodied a lot in checking your eyes. If your eyes are centered and just slightly elevated, it brings that reassurance to the nervous system that you're safe. So if any even thoughts may arise, and within the safe space that you suddenly are spending the self-care time in your own presence and with others, if things, emotions arise, or any thoughts that upset you, that maybe calling something up, when you're just holding your eyes back to center and coming back into the basic principles, you'll find that these things start to get naturally dissolved over time, and the traumas that once were huge challenges become really soft and easing out, and you just start replacing that imprint in your being with a more coherent alignment. The third principle really supercharges the immune system and our whole system coherence, and that is to activate gratitude. And particularly, we apply the Heart Math Institute's heart lock-in technique, where you start in your heart, breathe in, anchoring gratitude, and grow that out to the far reaches of the universe as a big, all-inclusive resonant bubble of gratitude and ease, and then you bring it back in and anchor it into your heart. It can be done in 3 minutes, but we can try to keep it to that time. With humming, it can go longer. And then also the fourth and the fifth principle, often more practiced in the longer advanced sessions, where we go into a bit of a longer practice of deep activation, and these work with the Maharic Shield technique from the Freedom Teachings that helps to anchor into unconditional love in a very deep, powerful way, to channel the Christ consciousness and transformative energies that can really restore things to a vital, healthy way. So I even draw on this light as we practice shorter practices. But the fifth principle comes into recognizing the living quality of our own consciousness and energetic field, with the toroidal energy flows of the movements up through the central spine and down through the central spine, and the circulation of that. These can be really helpful to release things that no longer serve us, or to create new life. And all together, so many wondrous ways we can use these principles. So I just wanted to share that again to freshen you up with the whole practice background. But let's not delay any further to get into practice. Are we all good? Anything anybody'd like to say or share, or quickly pause or reflect? All right. Well then, we can begin to just land in and get ready for a practice. We'll use the voice to activate the intention in a really physical way in the body, and so you'll massage through the body, the vagus nerve stimulated with the voice. So to start, just really find your center and follow your natural breath. Now take a nice deep in breath all the way into as full as you can fill your lungs, balancing them and expanding the shoulders out. Opening the mouth and then sigh out. Just feel as the sound moves up into the top vertebra of the neck, easing out any tensions. Again, breathe in a full breath. And sigh out. Feel as that sigh pushes up through the top vertebra, in through the pineal gland and the head. Just drawing the energy to move up a little bit and lift any contraction you feel in the spine. Again, keep breathing like this, deep into the fullest capacity. In your own time, find your own rhythm. Breathing out. And then using movements, shaking, rolling, patting, stroking, however you need to keep the body light and fluid. Relaxing with every breath and every hum a bit more, balancing and aligning, bringing the eyes back to center, drawing up through the spine. And then begin to breathe into your heart center as if it has a nose. Now either with closed lips or open on the on the release, just keep breathing in through the nostrils so that you're benefiting from the increased nitric oxide that you're creating. And keep relaxing and balancing and aligning in this way. As you breathe and hum into the heart, begin to anchor a feeling of gratitude, either for whatever it is in your life right now you truly authentically feel grateful for, or you can place yourself in a memory or an imagined experience that really evokes that visceral feeling of ease, being cared for, nurtured. Maybe hold your hands to your heart if it helps, and just come into yourself as a reassuring friend to say you're safe, you're loved. Just feel this gratitude for now as a indulgence. Nurturing this culture so that it may grow and attract more of itself into your life. Now you're stoking this gratitude in the heart with every breath and every hum. It grows like a coal, an ember that is growing and flaming up and filling the whole chest with gratitude. And then out into the whole body. Feel the hum as far as you can throughout your frame, relaxing, balancing, aligning, humming into the bones as the super resonators of the body. Gratitude in your intention as you hum. And just come into a natural rhythm of breathing, relaxing on the in-breath. Humming on the out-breath. Easing out any tensions and growing this resonant gratitude to fill the entire room you're in. And out into the entire region and the earth, its body and its atmosphere. Just imagine this gratitude is now being carried forth throughout the solar system as you breathe into your heart and And activating that expanding, growing bubble of ease and coherent joy to resonate out throughout the Milky Way spiraling galaxy and beyond into the entire cosmos and the great mystery beyond. Mm. Mm. Relax the body, balance and align. Activating this gratitude. And now you're going to bring it back in. We're also going to imagine now all the others in this group, where we are in the world. Recognizing we're interacting with all the gratitude of the others in the circle. We're all getting to share in each other's joy. And we're going to bring all of this cosmic gratitude back into our circle, breathing in to contract it in step by step through into the Milky Way. Bringing it back in, breathing it closer to contract and even make it feel more vividly alive, humming into the solar system. And as you contract, you might feel a buildup of energy. You can shake it out. Move the body. Just remember your ease and breathe it into our Earth's body and atmosphere, filling this space with the gratitude that you can feel. And just allowing yourself to abandon into this joy and now humming into a closer space of the bioregion you are in. Still holding connection and circle and breathe it back in into your own room space. Imagining this gratitude touching everything, bringing it into deeper coherence. And then breathing into your heart, humming into the body, feel the whole body activate. How beautiful. Breathe into the heart. And focusing the humming into the chest. And another in-breath into the heart, and then a hum into the heart to plant a seed of this coherence, of this gratitude. For a moment, recount the environment you called up, you invoked, or the circumstances in your life that you really feel grateful for. To just stoke that last hum and activation into the heart, to plant that seed. Beautiful. Just ease out the humming, come into silent presence, feeling all you're feeling, recognizing that you've planted the seed in a vibration and activation of an intention in your own heart, and just kind of attract more and more of this like energies into your life. The seed will surely grow as you keep nourishing this energy in your life. So just say thank you for yourself. And give yourself a hug of appreciation. And just take a moment in silence to integrate. And then checking to see where you're at in your balance internally, just checking your eyes, particularly bring them back to a relaxed, centered space if ever they start pulling off to the side. This just reassures the nervous system, helps to draw your attention more into the simplicity of the ease with which we really can show up and allow life to show up for us, as we all that we ask is already answered. So let's take a moment for ourselves, each of us. Think about your own life and recognition now first that we're in a circle. We have the safety of our collective and all of our collective energies and experiences that already hold a rooted wisdom in our midst that we can all glean from, even unconsciously as we are. So in this safe circle, just feel in for yourself. What are the challenges that you are living through right now that you need to see a really real world shift for yourself to bring this sense of ease alive in your path moving forward? We can think about one thing, that with this will come a whole world of peace and ease and possibilities. And visualize this thing as if it's already real for yourself right now. What would it look like? What would it smell like? What would it sound like? Now think on how this, if this was a reflection of a need the world has, the entire human earth reality, is this need not perhaps a need of the whole collective? And if this shift happened through your microcosm, that it may benefit the whole to have permission to also choose this path. We can say yes, and it feels like there's a reflection. Chances are that you have far more backup to achieve what you're trying to achieve than you may have recognized. So take a moment in yourself and just feel back in your heart center and give yourself permission to achieve this. Let the humming start again on the out breath. You're activating with that your body. You're massaging through any tensions that may build up already on a very micro scale. And of course, whenever you feel you need to move the body, do as your body feels. Shaking can help, patting, stroking, and stretching or bouncing. Start to hum on the out breath again, and humming into your heart, giving yourself permission to really dream into and just start to, activate again a sense of gratitude, but this time for what you are calling in for yourself and for the world in this time. Use your own life story as microcosm to enchant into so that it may resonate in real world terms out into the world, be felt by all other beings, to let that permission ripple through to shift the world systems. Any joy and release of energy you feel now in your body, and just allow it to grow into the whole body hum. And centering the eyes, we're going to draw fresh transformative life force through this vision to use your body as a rainbow bridge to really land this in the world through your life. So centering the eyes and humming this just background intention as if you're already living that life. Just begin to feel this embodiment as you hum. It's already done. Recognizing in your life where it already is reflected, and grow your gratitude in that. And as you gaze out from the eyes in front of you, imagining you're gazing out the third eye, I want you to now imagine a bright light in the distance, of pure light, pure white, appearing, and it's a living light. It has energy moving up and moving down. You're going to breathe this light in through the third eye into the pineal gland, and as if you're drinking it in. It's your bliss body, your nirvanic body. You're welcoming the self that is beyond the corruptions and the traumas to come back into allowing your right seeing. Feeling it all inside of the pineal gland. Hum in, feeling the center of the skull light up. Clearing out the brain to realign into this higher self expression. It shines out to fill the space right above and around the head, enveloping the shoulders and the chest all the way through the thymus gland beneath the seat of forgiveness. To transform and release any tensions in your own life of unnecessary attachments to limitational paradigms. Leaving that light there as it may be, bring your awareness to the body and how you're resting on the earth with the gravity, creating an impression on the ground beneath you or the chair, pushing in a little bit, creating a bit of an increased tension. And as you feel, you become aware of this increased tension, feel that space beneath you light up in a white light, meeting that pure light above, to create a unit between the spine and this light above and beneath, and your entire field lighting up to be pure and fluid and alive with a clearing energy through the spine. The light shining up through the spine, lighting it up like fiber optics, moving through and all the way to the crown. From above, moving through the spine, bringing a clearing. As you're breathing in light from this coherent field of your energy, and it's circulating. And as you now envision this outcome for yourself, and also expand your vision to see the whole world receiving this blessing, that intention for your own life becomes permission for all other life forms to receive more. And all old, outdated paradigms and selfish desires that are not in alignment with the highest good of all gently fade away as your true nature of integrated abundance becomes realized in your own experience. As you hum and breathe, just feel into the body now. Any parts that feel dense, slightly darker, gets lit up through the vibration. And the light above, drawing in energies from the universe down into your being that is in alignment with this coherent receiving of all the blessings. Nothing is beyond or kept away from you. And from beneath, your energetic field drawing in from the earth all of the histories that has ever played out on this earth, that has ever realized something that is like what you're calling in. It has been done before and it can be done again, and you can receive this memory from the earth of all the ancestors that have laid their bodies to rest. Can rise up through your living and to bring the highest truth of being alive. As you can see it, you get an opportunity to activate it in this life. Each of us playing our part, and in this moment, participating and envisioning your own life in bliss and ease and coherence. And so too the whole world. Just hum into that vision for a while, allowing yourself to flow as you do with the breath and the hum. Feeling this gratitude for receiving this as if it's already real. And imbuing that intention into reality through the vocal activation. Relax the belly on the in breath. Hum into your own body on the out. Centering and balancing, relaxing, activating gratitude. In unconditional love, nourishing this vision, allowing its truth to come alive in this moment. See yourself on the other side of these challenges that is already done. You're living that new experience of reality. Come into those visions to bring them into more vivid activation. Breathing in the gratitude and enjoyment thereof. See yourself celebrating, others celebrating with you. Peace and ease and how it ripples out. And I wish this upon the whole world to experience this. See the joy that ripples out. The healing. The next level growth that is capacitated. As we activated our cosmic reconnectedness earlier with the heart lock-in technique, we took ourselves to this far reaches of the universe. Just for a moment, feel into that expansive space again, and the earth beneath you afloat in resonant movement within this vast experience of existence. Feeling into this light body that you activated. And your next hum, feel that light radiate and expand out as a spark of life force and light that meets out into all of existence. And then as you breathe in again, drawing on all of the light and unconditional love reality that brings the whole into coherence, breathing in. And again, reuniting into the light love of all that is, was, and will be, and breathing it in again into your own being. And then let's resonate it out into our circle, rippling out through the lives of all beings present in this coherent gathering. Breathing it in again. Receiving the wisdom that we can all glean from one another's experiences, and hum the blessing on our gathering to see that all our visions come to pass in their highest alignments, released of the old limitational paradigms and negativities. And ease out to just simply be present, knowing that it is done. We are already living this becoming as within, so without. Just take a moment to feel into how your body is feeling right now, noticing, appreciating, nurturing, holding a safe space of care for whatever is your experience right now. And use some patting and stroking movements in the body to bring yourself to yourself in this present manifested body. Let's take a moment to recognize one another, all the others present in your room space, in your home space, and in the circle gathering this global coherence call. Thank you. We'll open up a quick light share. I want to thank everybody. It's been, from my side, beautiful experience. Everybody that showed up here is brought such magic into this moment. Thank you. Feel warm and strengthened and ready. Anybody I would like to share? Floor is open.
Just a thank you.
Thank you, Marika. That definitely was a magical, life-changing meditation. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ah, great. All right. Yeah, you're most welcome to also share any insights that come from this. Please, on the free group, let's inspire one another to join and come together on these Monday sessions. And if you feel to join, Gail and I are usually up early at 6 a.m. for a practice. We've shifted it around to the midday and back to the early morning. We've got to finalize how we move forward. But if anybody would like to practice regularly on the days, this point, I think it's a 6 a.m. practice, hey Gail, or if you would like to chime in on the best Rise and Thrive practice time. It's nice to have a daily practice for those that would like to join in that way, and help to increase your own capacity for greater resilience and joy. So I feel the 6 a.m. is a good time. And you can inquire just in direct message to me about that, or the monthly renatured practices that we're also doing, and also the 4 advanced practices that I make a weekly available time for anybody who would like to practice those. Please reach out to get deeper insights into how I guide these practices and the underlying principles and patterns that I work with to do so. So, yeah, thank you. Value all your participation in this evolution of resonance, vocal somatic resonance. May you have a powerful and delightful flow ahead.
Thank you, Marika.
Pleasure.
Thank you,
Okay.
everyone. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Mhm.